It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Timberwolves come into town for this one. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Pass to McDaniels. To the right side. And Randall throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Here's McDaniels. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Edwards' shot is good.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Here's KD. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark. Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
Now here's McDaniels. Randall no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Pass to Richards. Back to Beal. Booker outside. Driving inside. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, you see how hard Kevin Durant works to set up that shot. You've got to be able to use the screen and get to the cup.
Here's McDaniels. Second shot opportunity. And here's Edwards from the arc.
Anthony Edwards.
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Booker.
2 minutes remaining in the
Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
defensive foul.
That is big-time strength from Anthony Edwards. He's got the perfect basketball frame.
Shooting for
You hear,
Minnesota.
Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Outside, Beal. Looking to end the run. Suns keep it alive. And the three ball is good.
To love the confidence of Bradley Beal in rhythm, in the catch-and-shoot game. So good.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves, number 9.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the first. Outside Durant. And finished off by Katie.
Yeah, Kevin Durant making you pay on the interior. Look out around the rim.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside for Randall. And stolen by Dunn. Beal from deep three-point land. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
How easy does he make that look? That's effortless.
Miller, no up.
Well, he tries to enter with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
2 points. That one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Phoenix. He got into double digits for the quarter.
The Timberwolves, 13.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
How about the execution and pick and roll? Monte Morris just great understanding of how to exploit the defense.
Shots good by Alexander Walker.
Luka Garza.
It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
Over in the corner, Allen. Back to Morris. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. To the paint. Shoots inside. Garza gets the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Timeout.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Get on your feet right now, crowd. It's time to fire off some T-shirts. Here come the T-shirts, everyone. Who's ready for T-shirt time? Get 'em. Substitution on the court.
Pass to KD. Kicks it out to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. And again, unable to change momentum here. And with this score of the Suns, Greg, we never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Suns moving the ball around. Here's Beal. Here's Richards. And McDaniels with the block. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Durant, wide open, he fires. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And go outside. Offline with his 3.
Absolutely tenacious, guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves leading by 4. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
Phoenix foul. Dunn. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. Dunn, right side. The powerful flush by Durant.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pass to Morris. To the inside. Iguodala.
I tell you, the moment he sees the open man, Monte Morris lets it go.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you've got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Kicks it out to Allen for the lead. Can't hit that one. Edwards with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Inside. Here's Alexander Walker. And again, it's Minnesota.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Pass to Allen. Here he goes. Here's Iguodaro. Here's O'Neal. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Shannon.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards on that drive. Look out.
Pass to Allen. Now, here's Bull. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Shoots it up. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
2 minutes remaining.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Shannon. Back to Alexander Walker. Here's Gobert. With the drive. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Durant just inside the line. Kicks it out to Booker. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making a switch. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Substitution on the court.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Shot's good by Booker.
They set him up. Booker's going to knock it down. Great execution there.
You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working. And the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent. They want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team.
So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player, in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defender.
It's Durant on the wing. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Durant's got 18 points.
The confidence of Kevin Durant. He gets it and takes the shot. Very simple. Catch and shoot, baby.
Down low. Here's Reed. The rebound by Richards.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Six seconds left for the third. The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are.
35.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Timberwolves leading by 5. Pass to McDaniels. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Richard. And it's the Suns' ball. And here's Booker. And a miss there on the triple.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Took him no time at all on that one. McDaniels got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota. On the wing, Booker. Back to Beal. Stolen by McDaniels. Pass to Reed. Back to Randall. And another 3 for Minnesota. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Edwards looking it over. Now here's McDaniels. A three-pointer, no good. Beal from long range. Rebound, Minnesota. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Picked by Reed. Out to the right wing. McDaniels gets a wide open look. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Reed. No good from outside. Suns trail by 12. Durant with it. Now defended by Randall. Booker outside. Launches it from deep. Reed with the rebound. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And finished off by Gobert.
Just great recognition from the athletic big man. Gobert finish off the nice pass.
And here are the Timberwolves. Big run right now going for him, 11-2.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Kicks it out to Booker. Oh, Booker from way outside.
How about that? Impressive range from Devin Booker. Tremendous touch.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Timberwolves.
And, guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category. And they continually put pressure on the defense.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. He's off on the second. Suns trail by 11. Outside, Beal. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's McDaniels. And it's sent back by KD.
It's pretty hard to shoot over a 9-foot standing reach. KD send it back.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's McDaniels. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And here are the Suns now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Shots good by Booker. And here are the Timberwolves. They're leading by 8. And stolen by Dunn.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Over to the left wing. And the wide open shot from Reed. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Dort.
This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Wasting no time getting points on the scoreboard in this one.
And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat, Stan. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
Here's Wiggins. Adebayo sets a screen. The shot. Hero, no good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Beal outside. 4-3. The rebound by Ware. Outside Jaquez. Wiggins for three. No good that time. Durant for three. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, smooth and focused. KD is so polished, so prolific.
Pass to Hero. And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. It's Jaquez on the wing. And so the ball out of bounds. Jaquez touched it last. Here's Booker. Pass to Beal. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
I'll tell you what, I absolutely love watching Beal go to work. He makes good decisions, and that time, no hesitation off the catch.
Now here's Hero. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And it's Phoenix's ball. 6-point lead. Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Morris deciding where to go with it. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Jaquez. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Now here's Allen. And Anderson over to help. Here's Iguodala. Morris for three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Off target from outside. Here's Phoenix. They're on a 15-6 run. Allen outside. The three ball. And it's Miami with a rebound. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's Allen. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Royce O'Neal.
5 ticks left in the opening quarter. Picked it out of midair.
Timeout.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to review the game plan. Picked his pocket. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Substitutions for your Heat.
Here's where. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 9-point.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Your Miami Heat 8.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
On the wing, Burks. No points yet. Pass to Ware. Wiggins outside. Here's Ware. Covered by Richards. Outside Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. There's a screen. The three. Will stand in this league. The opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star. Not really what we expected. You know he wants that back.
Nimble moves on the drive by Beal, able to just slip past the defense into a shot.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Wiggins. Right side Robinson. Fires the three. And Wiggins knocks down the three.
Yeah, from the perimeter, Wiggins can be very, very efficient. You just can't allow him to find those looks.
Booker. Driving to the basket. And there's a 3-second violation. Heat trail by 8.
Come on.
Up top, Burks. No made baskets yet. On the wing, Burks. Here's Ware. The three-pointer off the mark. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Here's a great quote from Coach Erik Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Now here's Robinson. From outside, off the mark. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
And so it's Erik Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Oh, got that one up quick. Wiggins has got 5 points now in the quarter. The Suns lead by 6. Pass to Durant. They double team Durant. Here's Bol. That one rolls around and rims out.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Hero for 3. It's hauled in by Beal. And the Suns with possession. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Back to Durant. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
You gotta push Durant farther away than this, or he will make you pay.
Knocks it loose. Oh, Durant with a steal. In transition, here come the Suns. Pass to Booker. Lets it go from deep. Ooh, Booker doing Booker things.
Yeah, so good to see Booker knocking down the corner triple. A go-to scorer with considerable range.
Second team foul.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Buries it from 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Booker with it. Beal outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Phoenix out in front, up 8. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
24.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. 8-point game. Left side low. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Durant. Durant, automatic at the rim.
Just an aggressive inside play from Durant, pushing past the contact to get a shot.
The Suns lead by 10. It's Booker on the wing. Beal surveying the D. Back to Booker. Clock at 6. There's the triple. Rebound Miami.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. Ooh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And, man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Yeah, the single-minded focus of Durant on offense is all about getting buckets, no distractions.
Outside Booker. Richards with a screen. And he jams it home with authority.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Now here's Durant. This is the most they've led, 13 points. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flash into the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Kevin Durant.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position. Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Outside for Booker. The three is up. Durant's shot is off. Heat trail by 9. Here's Love. Uses the glass on the layup. Love's got 5 points now this quarter.
And so often, Love starts the break with an outlet pass, but here, he's on the finishing end.
The three, Booker drills it from deep. And the Suns lead by 10.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Phoenix foul.
And it's Kevin Durant with the foul.
Timeout, timeout.
That's his first foul of the game. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Let's give him another big hand.
Here's Jaquez. Still no points. Takes a three. The rebound by Allen. Phoenix leading by 11. Stolen by Anderson. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jaquez. No good on the triple. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes it difficult to defend.
Here's the break. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And he drops the first.
And what makes Bam special is his versatility, offensively and defensively. He can do a lot more out there for you than most other guys.
That one misses. For three, Allen. And so it's the Phoenix Suns ending the quarter up 10. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition.
39.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Phoenix leading by 10. Now Booker. All alone. Jaquez grabs the board. Burks with it. Beal picks him up. Back to Burks. Pass to Jaquez. Here's Ware. And the three-pointer goes.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
And Booker's got the ball here for the Suns. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Richards with it. Now here's Booker. Defended by Burks. Here's Beal. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like when Beal looks to score inside because it forces the D to get physical with him.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
On the wing, Burks. And it's all from three-point range. The Suns lead by 8.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
First one falls for him.
Nick Richards. 2.
And so he hits both. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Burks for 3. Sinks the tray. Burks has got his first 3 points of the game.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Pass to Durant. Back to Booker. From deep three-point land. Dunn outside. For 3, Durant. And the Suns miss again. Heat trail by 7. Jaquez with it. Beal picks him up. Jaquez no good. And it's Phoenix's ball. KD jams it straight down.
Turning up the intensity. Durant saw his chance and does not hold back.
Here's Jaquez. That 3's off the mark.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
And here we go, the Heat fast break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Booker no good. It's stolen by Dunn. Goes up from the top of the key. And that one's good by Durant. And the Suns lead by 9.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Adebayo from long range. Richards pulls it in. Here's Beal. Going inside. Blocked. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. Pass to Richards. The rebound by Ware. And it's the Heat with the ball. They trail by 9. To the wing on the left. Adebayo from long range. Back to Jaquez. Outside, Anderson. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Dunn. And Booker puts up a deep 3. Off target from three-point range.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Durant with it. Now Burks defending. Offline from the high post. Beal from outside. Misses. So Phoenix wins it. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy.